Hello, good evening, everyone. Coca, can you confirm that you can hear me clearly? In which case, I will assume that everyone is hearing me. Okay, so good evening, everyone. Oh, great, great. So, good evening, everybody. I believe this is a very, how do I put it now? It's a very interesting evening for me and for every one of us here. And the reason being that there's a lot of value, to be shared. And this is like the last leg, as Coca has been saying since. This is the last leg of this meeting tonight. And then I'm going to make sure that it's worth your while. Particularly, I'm excited because this is the first time we'll be introducing a special bootcamp that we're going to be kicking off in February. And it excites me because FQ has never experienced this kind of multiple values since we started, from cohort 1 to cohort 4. So, and I can tell you for free that we've taken time, mistakenly looked at what we can do to make sure that you get maximum value from this engagement, and that you would leave the rest of this year, if you decide to jump in, excited that you made a decision at the very early stage of the technique. Give me sorry about that. Get this. Any other?
We can, sir.
You can see it, right? Oh, great.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tonight we're going to be talking about how you can monetize on FQ, on Fiverr, and on Upwork in 2022. We call this the 10x webinar, where you can do 10 times more than what you've been doing in the previous years. And I think I introduced myself last week, Saturday, if I'm correct. So my name is Benga Richmond. My students call me Coach Richmond. I'm a yearly fellow, I'm a digital entrepreneur, and I'm also a freelance coach. Breaking. Is it better now? Oh, anyways. So presented by Benga Richmond. Okay. It's the network we have in this country. So, I'm a yearly fellow, digital entrepreneur, and also a freelance coach. So up until this year, I used to refer to myself as a freelance copywriter because that's how I was able to monetize. I mean, on Fiverr and then Upwork. So, but I think I'm taking on a new role now because I want to help other people. I think I'm at a point in my freelancing business where I'm a bit comfortable, thanks to God. So I want to now go back and bring as many people as possible to this side of earning. I mean, it's really very interesting, when you can earn in dollars, when you can work from home, when you don't have to worry about commute. In fact, my mechanic always calls me every other day wondering why I don't bring my car for repairs. And the question is always that, I mean, if my car, I rarely go out, because I work from home, and then if my car doesn't have faults, must I bring it? So we joke about it and all that. Anyways, so we're going to go straight off to the agenda for today. So the first agenda today is we want to share some success stories. I want to discuss who, I mean, is part of F, has been with us for just, I think, 2 months now or 3 months. Yeah. And, I want to introduce him to come and share his own success story. I share mine, right? And within a very short period of time, he's been able to do amazingly well. And I don't want to spoil the shine for him, so I'll just let him come on and share his story so that you can learn one or two things from his story. Are you ready?
I think so. We can hear you, Coca.
Yeah, Coca, fantastic testimonial. Just to round it up in 1 minute before I bring in the second person, Coca had a lot of uh, gifts or skill when he came in as a student, and neither him nor any one of us knew that whatever we're doing, whatever he was going to lead to becoming part of the FQ workforce. But you heard it from him eventually because of the initiatives. He wasn't the quiet student. He was always willing to help, willing to ask questions where he's not clear, you know, ready to engage. And I mean, we spotted him, and that's where the whole thing started. So from student, he became governor of his class. From governor, he became intern at FQ. From intern, he became student engagement associate. From student engagement associate, he became head of student engagement. And right now, as I'm talking to you, he is the highest ranking staff on the FQ team. And we discussed at the back end when we were discussing. He did it in, I think, 6 weeks or 2 months. So he was able to get to the number one top, as in the number one numero uno post in FQ in 8 weeks. And that's because at FQ, we're not interested in how many years you spent with us. We had to let go some of our staff because they were not in tandem with what we were trying to achieve. We needed to go very fast. We needed to achieve some amazing results, and it wasn't happening with the old staff, so I had to bring in new people. And the energy that Coca exuded was just something I could not ignore. So you heard it. So not only is Coca earning, you know, on the FQ team. I mean, he's the one earning probably the highest salary or whatever, or allowance in FQ right now in just 8 weeks. And he came in as a student. He didn't imagine in his wildest dream that he would be part of the FQ brand, not to talk of becoming the highest paid in the brand, not to talk of becoming the highest ranking staff. So I'm bringing these success stories to inspire you. And then apart from that, apart from earning with FQ, is also on the Upwork platform earning, you know, you heard it from him, 5 gigs. He has already gotten 5 jobs already. He's on the fifth one. And it's one thing that amazes me about Coca is his ability to manage the success he's having that is coming so fast. So, some people, when they start getting jobs from Upwork, they'll be like, oh, FQ, I stay one side. But he's able to manage both platforms, his work on Upwork, and then his leadership role in FQ so well that, we are really just amazed. So I'm saying this to say that as you are in this meeting now, you do not know what your future is with FQ. Who knows? You might just become a staff tomorrow. Who knows? You might just become. In fact, the funny thing is that every one of my team, I think we're about 4 or 5 now, every one of my team except the head of branding came in as an FQ student, which is amazing because I was like, if our slogan is learn and earn, then I want to be able to practicalize that if I find people who show leadership, who show that they can take charge, bring them on board. I mean, if we are looking to hire tomorrow, the first place we look at is the FQ student or the FQ alumni, and then it's when we can't find a perfect match or a good fit for what we're looking for. It's only then that we go outside to hire. So right now, 100%, I can say it, well, maybe not 100, 90% of the workforce in FQ came in all as FQ students, except the head of branding. And talking about the head of branding, I want to bring in the second person, to come and share his success story. This person is someone I met, I don't want to go into the story because it's going to be very long. I met and I discussed the FQ vision with him, and he was like, okay, I think I like this vision. I think I want to be part of this vision. This is something I've always wanted to do. And because the guy is a freelance millionaire, he's earned some crazy amounts on the Fiverr platform. In fact, specifically, it's earned more than 80 million naira. So I was very concerned about, can we pay you? So those were the initial concerns I had with him. So I was like, come. At FQ is just a year and 2 months old. We don't have to pay you as head of branding, but I mean, vision where we're going, if we can see where we can get to in a few years with team effort, then we want to invite you to be part of the team. What really amazed me about him was it didn't is that you are doing something I've always wanted to do. That was something he just kept saying, that apart from his work as a graphic designer on Fiverr, and then he's also a pharmacist. So imagine the different roles. A graphic designer on Upwork, and for someone to earn 18 million on Fiverr, you can be sure that he's putting a lot of work in that freelance business on the Fiverr platform. Apart from that, he's also a pharmacist. If you know about, a pharmacist, you know that they have to put in a lot of work in their profession. Not to talk of him now being the head of branding at FQ. And within the period we've worked together now, there's never been any task that needs to be done that has to do with branding that is not, upfront. And so someone being able to combine all of this and still succeed at all.
Being free, doing what they're doing around. Hope everybody can hear me. Please let me know. I'm talking to myself.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay.
Can hear it.
Right. So just for those that will be joining our academy, those that want to really earn more from working from home, being free, like what you said, you want to be free. It's called freelance because you can do your work from anywhere. You can literally be anywhere and still make your money. You can literally be, having fun and still making your money. This is the place to be. And I was introduced to them by, I really don't know who exactly, but someone introduced me to them. And, it's a whole lot of story. But finally, we got to an agreement that I have something that they need, and they also have something that I need. What do they have that I need? A platform where we can help people become independent and make money on their own terms, right? And they need me because we're ready to give FQ a facelift, take FQ from where they are now to a place where we want them to be, where we want us to be. In a sense, we want to be the #1 freelance academy in the whole of Africa. That's a big thing to take up, but with our team at the moment, I think we can get there. But anyway, a brief history about me. I've always loved doing things on my own terms. People that know me know that I do things when very comfortable for me, right? And one thing I've come to learn in this journey is in Nigeria, you can't survive with just doing one thing when it comes to income earning. No matter what you're doing, no matter what you are, if you are earning from one source, trust me, you can make it. It's not, I'm not being biased or trying to downplay anybody, but that's just the truth. The Nigerian economy is hard. So one of the that drove me to freelance is I wanted to do things on my own terms. I wanted to make money on my own terms. I wanted to be sleeping, literally, and still be making money. So I was introduced to it by a friend in school. Got serious when I came out of school. And I won't lie to you, one thing that kept me going was the persistence. The screen before you, you can see that I started Fiverr in 2016. But trust me, I didn't make money that year. It was crazy. I started making money 2018, yeah, ish, 2019, because then I had to, put back everything I earned, try and ensure that I make more money that, that'll be comfortable for me, right? That I can actually give, invest, and do some other things. So basically, it was not an easy ride. But one thing I know that kept me going is persistence, right? You have to be persistent in what you're doing. You have to, at every point in time, try as much as possible to improve your skill. You don't want to be obsolete. offering one thing when there are other people offering better than what you're offering at even a cheaper rate. So with persistence, you have to always up your skill. Try and do more with little. Then try to be a problem solver, basically. One of the downfalls that I know freelancers have experienced is that you just want to make money. You don't care how it happens. You just want to make money. But at the end of the day, that becomes over time, you get tired of just making money. You want to create an impact. So I would advise anybody that's coming to freelance, don't just come with the mindset of making money. Come with the mindset of making an impact in anybody. Be a problem solver, basically. That was what I did over the years, and it has not been an easy ride, but trust me, it's a wonderful experience to have. Having something that can make money even without doing anything. All you need to do is just a laptop, internet connection, and your creativity. That's all you need. And trust me, it's going to be a ride. And with Equipe Academy, we're not just telling you what this freelance um, site does, though. We are going to teach you the skills. We are going to take you on a ride where after you leave Equipe Academy, you are sure, except you don't put in the work, you are sure of making money. That's just the truth. So the truth is, and for most of you here are lucky. When I started, I didn't have all of this help. Like literally everything I learned up to today was from my head. I go out there, I get creative, I spend money to spend money, basically just want to provide value. And if I had something like FP when I started, I would not, I'm very sure I would have surpassed what I earn at the moment. So, well, that is me. You can search me on Fiverr if you want to get more reviews. My name is on Fiverr is Jabari_graphics. Get anything you want to get them. If you need more information, I guess by the time you sign up to our coaching to our academy, you can ask anything you want to ask. And we are here basically to ensure that if you put in the work, you make the money. Period. So that's all I need to share. And there's still more to come when you join the academy because we are going to be unveiling tips, how to make money, how to be comfortable doing what you're doing, how to upskill, how to increase your skills. A lot, basically, a lot. So I would advise anybody that's here right now to get ready for a mind-blowing experience. Get ready to learn, get ready to work, and get ready to earn dollars. So basically, that's all I need to tell everybody. So thanks for coming and hope to see you on the other side.
Wow, wow, wow. I mean, Coach Kingsley blew it. I wonder what I have to say after your rendition. You know, he's so humble. That's one of the things I admire, and one of the things that attracted, me to him. He's a very humble guy. You see, he's talking and talking and talking, and he's not even mentioning these dollars I'm seeing on the screen. So for someone to as at the time, as at the time I even first engaged him, which was no, as at the time I told him to send a screenshot, I think that was in November, December. The figure was there as net income was 36,000. Now I see that it's 37. So he's done some maybe 1,000 plus dollars within the last time, maybe between December and now. And he's humble, which is what I like. I mean, I want someone who can come on board and then be willing to replicate his success in as many people who are interested. So what we are trying to do is that, by showing you our results, we're telling you indirectly that, if it were just for the money, then the money is on Fiverr and the money is Upwork. So there'll be no need to come to you and be stressing and be, teaching. I mean, if you look at it, when I look back at what it took to, kind of like help 400 students to start their freelance business last year, I think my wife many times would be like, look, don't kill yourself. I mean, because sometimes midnight students are excited and they're asking questions, especially when students get jobs. So the first time they get a job, they are excited and anxious. They're like, oh, now that this guy has hired me, I don't want to disappoint him. I don't want to disappoint her. So there's always that. And usually because of time difference, maybe the contract comes in around midnight. They actually want to wake me up by midnight to say, sir, this day has worked. Oh, I've gotten the job. Oh, the client is asking XYZ. Oh, I don't know what to say. Oh. So, and it's really very interesting because, at that point, I'm just only too excited. I just go off. I just slide away from my wife's in the bedroom. I just come to the living room to just make sure that even if it is 12 minutes or 1 a.m., that student can get, the advice or suggestion or recommendation that he or she needs to be able to keep the job that they've just gotten. And amazing things have actually happened, within just 1 year in FQ. We have this, we had this lady, this guy who got a gig on LinkedIn. His very first gig after our training was on LinkedIn. And the first job he got on LinkedIn, they paid him $200 per hour. In fact, when he came to share the testimony, I almost did not believe it until he showed me screenshots. So I was like, in my I think last year was 3 years. I mean, I've done 4 years in freelancing now. So I said, in my 3 years of freelancing, I've not done any job for any client that paid me $200 per hour. The highest I've ever earned in an hour is $100. So you student, you are earning times 2 per hour, something that your boss, your coach is the highest your coach ever earned for any gig was $100 per hour, and you're earning $200 per hour. So just imagine that. And then we had another student, as if that was not enough. We had another student who, she's a lady, her name is Ngozi, and she got a gig 3 weeks into class, and before we could say jack, it was a gig. In fact, it was more than a gig. It was a contract that was going to last for 6 months. And when they when they did the whole whatever, but how the process is going to be, how much you're going to earn, blah blah blah, I was amazed to find that when you converted it to naira, she was going to be earning about 900 something to 1 million every month for the next 6 months. And that happened in August, September, if I'm correct. No, yes, August ending. They trained her for 2 weeks and paid her 500K for that 2 weeks between August 14 to ending. And then she started fully with them September. So September, October, November, December, January. So she's going to conclude the 6 months contract in February. If she's smart, she would have made 6 million. And if you make 6 million and you know how to invest and you know how to save, then you should pivot from there and become a millionaire. How much did she pay for the program? Less than 50,000. And she was able to make 6 million in 6 months. So what am I saying with all of this? This is not your ordinary academy. This is not your ordinary coaches that they're just Google coaches. When I say Google coaches, people who just go online, download stuff and come and give you so that they can take your money. These are people, that have earned millions. And then, they know their stuff and they are humble enough, grateful to God enough to replicate their success to you. So if you look at the room right now, we have less than 20 participants. But the funny thing about life is that success is only available to the few. They say many are called, and there's only few that are chosen. So it doesn't affect us that we have just 20 out of 200 people who signed up for this engagement. But are you not surprised that the people who also succeed are few? So that's that for that. So let's continue. So the next person is me. I don't want to talk too much about myself because you already know my story. I'm sure my screenshot has been flying around the whole internet that even a 3-year-old can recite how much I've made on Upwork. So you can see it, in a screenshot, 50,000 plus made. If you convert that, that's about 26 million or more. Just on Upwork alone. I've also made money on Fiverr. I've made money on Facebook. I've made money on Skype. I've made money on LinkedIn. In fact, I've made money on Slack. For those of you who know Slack is also another communication tool. I've had clients come, to me on Slack, and I've made some good money. So, but I just feel okay. Let me just show my Upwork screenshots. That should be enough conviction for anyone who wants to go forward. Okay, so let's move ahead. So the goal of the webinar, this is why we went quickly through this success story, is to inspire you before we even start teaching you, so that you can know that you're in the right place and that if you put your head down, you're going to get massive results tonight. So what is the goal of today's webinar? Number one, we're going to be showing you the top 5 skills that will supercharge your income in 2022. The top 5 skills that will supercharge your income in 2022. Number 2, we're going to be showing you the top 4. I don't know if someone's mic is on. I'm hearing this little sound. If someone's mic is on, please can you mute it for me? Thank you. And for the sake of others too. So the second goal of tonight's webinar is the top 4 freelance platforms to position as a freelancer. top 4 freelance platforms. Life is all about positioning. Success is about positioning. You can have a skill and not position well, and you might just be, you might just be a bedfellow with poverty. So you need to know how to position. So we'll show you top 4 freelance platforms to position as a freelancer. We're going to explain freelancing. Maybe you have your own definition. Maybe you've gone on Google to research what freelancing is. So we are going to tell you what freelancing is from our own perspective. So we're going to also explain what copywriting is. I'm sure everyone here has heard the word copywriting, because that's like the #1 skill. So everywhere you turn, you're just hearing copywriting. So we're going to explain and demystify everything for you tonight. Number 5, we're going to explain how you can design, graphic design using Canva. So a lot of people, if we ask you to design from scratch, you're like, I don't even know the next thing to do. But there's this very amazing tool in the form of a website with which you can design, using Canva. Then number 6, another thing that is making the rounds everywhere now in Nigeria is affiliate marketing. So we're going to demystify all of that and explain what affiliate marketing is and why you should get involved in affiliate marketing in this year 2022. And then we're going to be talking to you about the main tools of your freelance trade. A farmer without a hoe and cutlass, like a village farmer. A village farmer without his hoe and cutlass cannot do much on the farm, right? He can't even call himself a farmer, because you identify and recognize a farmer by their hoe and their cutlass. So we're going to, in the same vein, show you, if you say you're a freelancer, there are certain things you must have access to. So we'll tell you all of that, tell you all about that this evening. And then we are going to be introducing the easiest, smartest business to start with just 50,000 naira in 2022. So towards the festive season, I called my colleagues and I asked them a question. And the question was simple. If you have 50,000 now in 2022, what business can you do with 50,000? And I was disappointed with the responses, because 50,000 in today's economy, with the high inflation rates, with the way things are so expensive, it's nothing. You are most likely going to throw away 50,000 naira if you try to. What business would you do? Do you want to start a pure water business? 50,000 is not even enough to buy nylon. Do you want to start a POS business? POS business that is everywhere, that you might not even make a lot of money. You still need more than that, because the space that you're going to put that your what's it called? Where you're going to put your kiosk. Even the kiosk itself is more than 50,000. So, but tonight we're going to be showing you the easiest, smartest business to start with just 50,000 naira. There's nobody in this room that cannot raise 50,000 naira. So, which means you are in luck, because we're going to be showing you what you can do with 50,000 naira in 2022. And if you commit to it, you will amaze your peers before the end of the year. And then number 9, where I'm going to be showing you how to make 200,000 naira per month as an FCube student. Now, one interesting thing about this academy, FCube, is that unlike other academies that they're just out to, well, maybe not out, there's an exchange of value where you bring in your money and then they teach you a skill or something, and that's the end of the transaction. At FCube, we are trying to revolutionize the whole process, where at first you give us your money, we give you value, and then you give us your skill, and then we'll give you money. So look at that intertwined, relationship between student and academy. So at first you give us your money, we give you value. Then, secondly, and almost immediately, you give us your skill and your resources, and we give you money back. And if you do what we ask you to do, if you do it right, you can make up to 200,000 per month as a student of FQ. We are going to be the one to pay you. So those are the things you need to sit down, and you need to sit up or sit down or sit tight and make sure that you listen to the details tonight. And then number 10, I'm going to be making my 10x Bootcamp hard to resist offer. The reason why I've called it hard to resist is by the time I do a rundown of everything we are giving you, it will be hard for you to say no, right? And I'm so confident about it because I know what me and my team, we have sat down, had sleepless nights to make sure that we give you so much value that, if you're not succeeding after it, maybe it's village people. Anyway, so I think that's that. And then we're going to take all your questions. So as Coca and Susan, my team members, have said, in the course of this training, If you have questions, just type them in the comment section. At the end of this training, we're going to take everyone's question and provide expert answers. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so the first thing we're going to be discussing tonight is the top 5 skills that will supercharge your income in this new year 2022. And the reason why I'm so excited you are at this webinar tonight is because this is the start of the new year. You're not hearing this, or you're not in this webinar in November 2022. You're not here in October. You're not here in December. You are here at the very beginning of the year. So if you are smart and you can take action, you have 11, 12 months ahead of you to practicalize whatever we offer you. And by the time December is coming, you are not, depressed and trying to make another new resolution for 2023. So what are the top 5 skills that will supercharge your income in 2022? Let's take a look. Number 1 is copywriting. Now, what is copywriting? We'll be discussing all of that later, but some of you have an idea. Number 2 skill is graphic design using Canva. So we're not just talking about graphic design from scratch, which may take you longer to learn, but Canva has made graphic design so easy, so profitable, I mean, I don't know how to put it. It has made graphic design something anybody can learn in just maybe a few weeks or so, especially if you have the right guide or the right coach. So third is social media management. I'm sure there's nobody here who doesn't know the power of social media. And people now, while others are gossiping and trolling other people and doing all whatnot, people are actually selling in billions, online. When Facebook experienced an outage for just maybe 48 hours or 24 hours, people lost billions in Nigeria. When the government took out Twitter, that one now was almost like a 6-month-long outage. People suffered a whole lot. People's businesses went down the drain just because of that a singular move by government. So social media is not that plaything that it used to be before. Social media is now big business. As a matter of fact, after the coronavirus, if you are not somehow selling something on social media, when we're talking about social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, even WhatsApp, Telegram, and even platforms like Zoom and Google Meet, then you are on a very long term. You're very long term, because that's where the money is. I tell my colleagues or people in my inner circle, I tell them, I say, come, money has relocated. And guess where? Money has relocated online. If you are still tied to those 9 to 5 brick and mortar businesses, it's good. It's good. I'm not asking anybody to go resign, but start thinking seriously about online businesses, about taking your business, your gifts, your creativity online, and you'll be amazed. Take Kingsley, for example. Kingsley is a graphic designer, and he was able to make 18 million online, working for clients that are mostly in the US, the UK, and abroad, people that he has never met before, without leaving the shores of Nigeria. Isn't that really amazing? I mean, and look at me. In fact, if you've read my book, Greener Pastures Movement, the first time I told my in-laws I was a writer, they didn't think I was going to amount to much with their daughter. They were wondering, what can a writer do in Nigeria to put food on the table for my daughter? But today, I was even with them for Christmas. Okay, was it Christmas? Yeah, for Christmas. And I mean, they've forgotten that I'm a writer, because God really helped me with my writing gift, thanks to platforms like Fiverr and Upwork. And I look like I'm even an oil worker, right? So these possibilities are available to us now because of the power of social media. So you need to learn the top skills: copywriting, graphics design using Canva, social media management, affiliate marketing. What we used to run before was network marketing. And it wasn't that network marketing was bad. It's just that the people who were promoting it very badly. Okay, bring 2 people, another 2 people, bring 2 people. And then the model was badly presented. And then when people hear network marketing, they run. So affiliate marketing is the improved version, where people are really cashing out and making millions. And you can trust that someone like me will not even come and tell you something that I haven't tested, that I don't know that it makes people a lot of money. So, and then finally, we have web design using WordPress. So there are designers and there are designers. There are designers who can code from scratch, and it's very technical and difficult. In fact, I cannot even do a line of code. But when WordPress came, so what Canva is to graphic design is what WordPress is to web design. So WordPress came and simplified the whole process. That look, you can design a website in 30 minutes, 1 hour without understanding a line of code. All you have to do is just take templates, just get a good coach to tell you how to do stuff, and you can design websites. Nowadays, unlike before, when you say you're a web developer, everybody thinks you're a coder. But today, if you're a web developer and you're using WordPress, you can design amazing websites. Do you know that websites like Zoom, websites like Facebook, websites like are backed up by the WordPress technology? You'll be amazed. So these are the trend. These are the things you should be looking at throughout this year. Think in terms of copywriting, graphics design, social media management, affiliate marketing, web design using WordPress. You do not have to do all this, right? You don't have to be you don't have to engage in all these skills, but you can be smart enough to pick up 1 or 2 or 3 of them and position for monetizing online this year. Okay, so let's go on to the next thing. The top 4 freelance platforms to position as a freelancer. So when you have these skills, where should you position? Should you position in Oshodi Market? Should you position in Computer Village? Should you position, if you're in Abuja, should you position in Area 10 or UTC? Well, let's find out. Where should you position when you have an online skill that's in demand? 1, Fiverr.com. You heard the story of Kingsley. He positioned with his graphic design skill and he made multiple millions. 2, Upwork.com. You've heard my story. You saw my screenshot. I learned copywriting and I positioned on Upwork and I made 20-something million. So, 3rd one is Twitter. And while I was adding Twitter to the list, I was excited because I just prepared this slide maybe 48 hours ago. So I was happy to add Twitter because before now, maybe 5 days before now, Twitter was banned in the country. But I think the government had a rethink. They said Twitter met some requirements and it's back. Even though some people are saying that it's a political move, don't worry about it. Twitter is back, Twitter is back. Whether it's political or not political, you take advantage. Twitter is a platform where you can really position as an authority. If you go on Twitter, you will see some people, the way they write, that this one is a copywriter. You see some people, the way they design and drop stuff there, maybe they drop a link, that, oh, this one is really, a graphic designer. This one is really a social media person. This one is an influencer and whatever. So Twitter is a massive platform where you can position with your with your online skills. Then number 4 is LinkedIn. A lot of people do not know the power of LinkedIn. They think LinkedIn is a place to just put your online resume so that employers can go there and do background checks on you. But I have a friend, her name is Chima Imeji also. We met, I think, 3-4 years ago. When I went to Upwork, it was like, we got to a point, okay, she's a copywriter, I'm a copywriter. We now say, okay, where are you going to position? Me, I went to Upwork to position. She went to LinkedIn to position. We met 4 years back and we are comparing notes. And I'm amazed. The thing that caught it for me with Chima last year, Chima is a lady. Last year alone, Chima made $100,000 on LinkedIn. What's she offering? Copywriting. You can search her on LinkedIn, Chima Imeji. I just search her out. I think you'll be amazed. So she just positioned herself. There's nothing else I'm doing. I'm a copywriter. Not just a copywriter. She niched down to SEO copywriting. So she helps brands to rank well on Google search. And she focused on that. So she will write articles. The energy of that lady, even I don't have it. Every other day when I go on LinkedIn, Chima has dropped a content about SEO. And she's writing fantastic stuff. And when she started, she wasn't that good. But the more you hone your skill, the more you write, the better you become. Last year, towards the end of December, she just posted it. This year, I made $100,000 offering, SEO copywriting services to clients abroad. And as a way of rewarding herself, so she took herself on a vacation to Maldives. Okay. In fact, when I was checking YouTube, because I was looking at countries I wanted to travel to this year. When I was checking Maldives, they're like, if you want to go to a country like Maldives and you want to really enjoy yourself for like a week or two, you better get ready about $15,000. So, and my Chima went there to really enjoy herself for the holidays. What am I saying? These are platforms that people are positioning to make money. And the thing I have found is that you don't know which platform you are going to succeed in. For example, I started on Fiverr, I moved out to Upwork, I made my success there. Kingsley stayed on Fiverr, he made his success there. Chima never came to Upwork or Fiverr, stayed with LinkedIn, made her money there. We have Twitter millionaires, people who know that when you know that, I mean, they are a force to reckon with, and they're on Twitter. Yours might be Facebook. The most important thing is just come and learn the skills and try to position yourself in these platforms, and eventually success will come. Yours might be Upwork, it might be Fiverr, it might be Twitter, it might be LinkedIn. You will shall succeed somewhere if you are consistent. Okay, so that's that for that. So let's take a quick look at freelancing. So what is freelancing? So my simple definition is that freelancing is when you use your online skills. Keyword online. The keyword there is online skills. Freelancing is when you use your online skills and experience to work with multiple clients. So it's not a 9 to 5 where you have one employer. We are talking about right now on Upwork, I'm in contract with over 33 different clients. It's not like they give me jobs every day, but I mean, they can just throw a gig to me at any time, okay? And these 33 people make sure that if I want to work, I always get work, right? Now, if you are working 9 to 5, can you have 33 employers? No way, man. And I'm sure if Kingsley would tell you, he's probably worked with maybe 50 clients or more, and that he has relationships with that can throw another graphic design or branding job to him anytime. In fact, if you are in 9 to 5 and you are trying to work for even just the second employer, your employer is already frowning at you that, look, we don't want conflict of interest. If you want to stay here, stay here. If you know you want to work for NNPC and share, cool, come and go. They can fire you for trying to work for even just the second employer. But as a freelancer, you are truly free to decide who you want to work for. I have had to sack my clients sometimes when they made statements or did things that showed that they didn't value my work. Maybe they tried to be racist to me, and I fired them. So can I fire my employer if I only have just one? But if you're in contract with 33 companies, you can fire anyone at will for your mental health. So freelancing is when you use your online skills and experience to work with multiple clients and take on various tasks without committing to a single employer. Okay, so let's go. So let's talk about copywriting quickly. What's copywriting? Copywriting is the art of selling. Copywriting is the art of selling via the written word. I remember several years ago when I said I was a what did I call myself? I was a business coach, small business coach. So there was this lady that had a restaurant who called me in after my training. He said, okay, can you come to site and see how my restaurant is doing? I went there, I got there, and then she makes cakes, she makes pastries, she does food as well. So I was talking tough. I was like, madam, give me 2 weeks with your company, I'll turn it around. I will go to banks and make sure that you can serve food to bankers during their break period. I was just talking and talking and talking. The woman was excited. That's how we signed contract. So the woman said, okay, I'm giving you, I think then she gave me 30,000 naira, maybe 4 years ago. Gave me 30,000 naira and said, okay, get me 5 banks to accept for me to come and serve them lunch. I told her, don't worry, I was even going to get you 10. What's 5? But you know what? To go to the first bank, and the funny thing is that the first bank I went to was First Bank. That was in Wuse too. So the first bank, I got to that bank. Usually I will go to bank with confidence if I'm going to collect money or I'm going to pay money. But for the first time, because I wanted to market to them, I was shaking. When I got into the room, I could not speak up. When I found courage to speak, and I spoke to the person about what I came for. He said, okay, see this person. I saw the person. He said, oh, we already have a canteen where we eat, so we don't have need for this service. That was the one and only bank I went to. From there, I just disappeared. So one day I was doing a training, maybe 6 weeks or 8 weeks later, the woman just came into that building to do something, and our eyes just met. And she was like, you. And I was just say, madam, what am I trying to say with this story? The truth is, copywriting has made it, if the only way I could succeed was to be a physical marketer, going door to door to knock on doors and sell stuff, I would have been a monumental failure. But the only reason why I can succeed as a copywriter is because those things that I want to go and say to the banker or to the bankers that should join the campaign, I can just type on my laptop and say all those things, and I can actually reach out to 10,000 banks with just one copy. That's the power of copywriting. So on social media, you post one thing and you start seeing 10,000 views. Imagine if you have to go and talk to each of those 10,000 people. You will run down, right? So copywriting is powerful. Even if you're an engineer, even if you're a doctor, even if you're a pharmacist, even if you're a lawyer, if you learn this skill of copywriting, you can sell anything to anyone. So let's look at what copywriting is. It's the art of selling via the written word. You don't have to go and knock on doors. You don't have to say things physically anymore. And you achieve this by persuading. Look at the keywords. You persuade by persuading, by convincing, and by moving prospects to take specific actions like click this, sign up here, buy now, follow us, and all that. And ever since the coronavirus came and people now started, before coronavirus, most people thought I was a Yahoo boy because, not going out and having a good car, living in a nice estate, the only conclusion that anybody had was, this guy's a Yahoo boy. So, but when, coronavirus came and forced everyone to work from home, that was the only time I had some level of peace, because if I say I'm working from home now, it's not strange. But before coronavirus, he's working from home. He's working on a laptop. He's talking with foreign clients. Those are all the signatures of a Yahoo boy. So thank God for, I wanted to say thank God for coronavirus. Thank God for the opportunity that coronavirus brought to say that, look, you can work from home. So you achieve, how do you sell via the written word? You do that by persuading, by convincing, and moving prospects to take specific actions like click, sign up, buy, follow, etc. Now, graphic design using Canva explained. So like I said, when it comes to Canva is a website, canva.com is a website you go to, and there are already thousands of templates for flyers and all that. So let's take a look at what this is all about. Canva is an amazing website that lets you design anything from logos, flyers, brochures, covers, banners, social media posters, slides, etc. Even if you don't have any prior design experience. It's so amazing. It's so amazing. It's so amazing. And Canva has demystified graphic design. Even a complete layman can become a good designer with the right coach, And then now we have affiliate marketing. So what's affiliate marketing? Affiliate marketing is a type of performance-based marketing in which a business rewards one or more affiliates for each customer brought by the affiliate's own marketing efforts. So at FCube Academy, when I said, how do you earn 200,000 per month? We do that through affiliate marketing. So you come through our bootcamp, you go through the process from start to finish, you enjoy the program, you're like, wow, more people should know about this program. Then instead of simply talking to them, in the past, some students go through our program last year and they brought in 2 or 3 of their friends and they didn't get any payment from us. So we decided to make it a business for them that, okay, talk to people about the program. You've gone through the program, you enjoy it, you love, you are earning from it. Even if you're not yet earning, you've got maximum value, you're working hard to earn, and then you can recommend this product to your friend, your brother, people on your contact list, and they too can come and get value. And for every person you talk to who decides to make a buying decision, we give you an amazing commission. It's not this your 5%, 10% type of commission. We give you as high as 40%. So, and that's really amazing. So that's what affiliate marketing is about in a brief. Okay, so what are the main tools of your freelance trade? So if you want to be a freelancer, what are the things that you should have? One, of course, you need to have a smartphone or a laptop. So if you don't have a laptop right now, you can start with your smartphone but as soon as possible, save up and get a laptop. Number two, you need internet connection, of course. And for each one of you that is in this room, for you to be listening and hearing me right now, that means you somehow have, internet connection. So number three is APS. APS is short for alternative power supply. So, NEPA, like in my own estate, we have lights almost like 18 hours or thereabout every day, except there's a major fault. And then I support it with an inverter system. So I usually tell people that it's been more than a year that I experienced darkness, and people look at me strangely like I'm saying something special. And the truth of the matter is that when you have 18 hours light and you combine it with an inverter that can power your house for 2 days, even if there's no light, do the combination, 18 hours plus 2 days inverter. You will not have a downtime. You will always have light. So I've been able to conquer electricity in Abuja here through positioning. It's what I say about positioning. Positioning myself in an estate where I can get 18 hours light and supporting it with inverter system. I've not put on my generator for the past 1 year because I don't like the noise. I don't like having to call a mechanic. I say mechanic, a generator man to come and fix my gen. So it's possible, right? So, well, you don't have to achieve 24 hours light like me. Just make sure that you have a generator so that there's no light and your battery is draining. You can power it up and fulfill work. Then you need a workspace. It doesn't have to be an office space. It can be a corner of your room that you just set aside. Just find a plastic table and a chair and you're good to go. And then we have Pioneer account. Yeah, you need a Pioneer account because without a Pioneer account, you cannot receive, well, not that you cannot, but you'll find it difficult or you'll be cheated out of your money in terms of when your dollar is converted if you don't have a Pioneer account. Pioneer account ensures that you can receive your payments from Fiverr, from Upwork at a better rate than if you let Upwork send the money to your Naira account directly. If they do that, they might be changing your dollar at 350 Naira when we all know that this thing is already at 5 something. So, excuse me, but Pioneer gives you a better rate, and that's what all serious-minded freelancers use as freelancers right now in Africa. So then you need a Fiverr account, of course. So, there's no way Kingsley will have made those millions without a Fiverr account. And I'm sure you need an Upwork account. There's no way I would have made the millions I made if I didn't have an Upwork account. And then now, since we've talked about all the things you need to have, let's go straight to what is the easiest, smartest business to start with 50,000 in 2022. This is where it gets interesting. I know everybody's itching to know. So if you have 50,000 Naira right now, what's the best way to invest this 50,000? Not in MMM, please, or Lotto or sport betting. What's the best way to use this? We all know that there's no year you don't spend multiples of 50,000. And at the end of the day, you're still broke by December. So if you have 50,000 this year, this January, what's the best way to invest it? So let's take a look. So that's definitely an online business. If you set up your business online, you're not paying for space, you're not paying for store, you're not paying for goods. So all those costs are already removed. If you are setting up an online business, your costs at their minimal level. Unlike when you want to set up a shop in Surulere or Lekki or Maitama or wherever, right? So now I'm going to share my 10x hard to resist offer. So I have an offer for you that you cannot resist that is tied to what you can do with 50,000 Naira to start your online business. So let's take a look at this offer. I don't know. Let me see if I can. I forgot to even open up this site, right? Okay, let me just see if I can get there quickly. Where's this? Okay, thank God lucky. Okay, so please, I need my team to confirm. Can you see my screen? Because I changed screen now to, our product page. I can't hear you. Is that where you are at? Because I'm on the seller page now.
That's all we can still see, sir.
Susan, can you see my?
No, sir.
What are you?
Still on the my 10x Hard to Resist offer.
Okay, so I have to go to there's some of the technical stuff here. Can you see it now? Can you see my seller page? 10x your freelance.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
If you can see, that means everyone else can see it. Okay, so tonight I want to, introduce to you our bootcamp. So it's called 10x your freelance business. It's a 6-week online business bootcamp. And let's take a quick look at the features. What do you get when you join this bootcamp? Number one, you will be signed up to our copywriting school. In our copywriting school, you are going to learn copywriting from Coach Richmond, that's myself, who's made 25 million plus as a copywriter on Upwork. So imagine me being your coach. And it's not just me. In the academy, it's me and I have Bolu from Canada. I have my younger sister. My younger sister, Blessing, is a freelance millionaire. I coached her to be a copywriter as well. She's going to be coming to teach you. There's this very popular copywriter. It's called Emmanuel Akpe. He does this Bachelor of Copywriting, whatever. He also came to the, we have videos from him where he dropped a lot of nuggets that can help you. So when you're done with this copywriting school, you will know all you need to know to be able to monetize. And we have 300 plus students who signed up to the copywriting school last year, and they are doing massively well. So the first thing you will get in our bootcamp is access to our copywriting school, and I'll be the head coach, if there's a word like that. I'm the head coach of copywriting. Anything you need to know about copywriting to monetize, I'll be there to teach you and put you through. So then the second one is design school. So in design school, this is a new product. We weren't doing design last year. This is the first time we're going to organize a design school. And that's because we had Kingsley, our new head of branding, join us and is willing to teach you the graphic design with which he used to, monetize on Fiverr. So under design school, you will learn graphics design using Canva. We are not teaching you everything in design because it will even frustrate you. So we're just going straight to using Canva. Like I said earlier, Canva is a tool that any newbie can use to learn how to design anything. So, and with Coach Kingsley by your side, through his masterclass and answering your questions, you can get good at graphic design fast, using Canva. So in the design school, we'll teach you, you will learn graphic design using Canva, and then from Coach Kingsley, who's made 80 million plus as a graphic designer on Fiverr. Okay, so what else are you getting at this bootcamp? You would get access to our affiliate marketing school. This is also a new product. We didn't have this product last year. So you are going to get access to our affiliate marketing school. And at the affiliate marketing school, you will learn and earn up to 200,000 per month, recommending 10x bootcamp to your contact list. So let me break it down for you. How are you going to earn 200,000? This 10x bootcamp is a 6 weeks program that costs 50,000. If you register for it and you go through the program, you automatically go through our affiliate marketing school, and we sign you up automatically as an affiliate. So we'll give you a unique affiliate link that will bring your prospect back into this product page. And we have a step-by-step way. We are not going to leave you to go and do try and error to try and sell the product. We actually have a tested, tried, and workable way. Right now, we have about 85 affiliates that are promoting this program, and they are doing well, right? So once you go through this affiliate marketing school and you finish up, you will be signed up to that. All you need to do is do copy and paste. We just tell you, create a broadcast list, copy this message. I'm going to be the master copywriter, writing how to use. I'm going to write in such a way that if you just copy and paste it, you will sell. So I'm the head coach. I'm the head copywriter of the affiliate marketing school. So our write copy is just for you to copy and paste to your contacts with your unique affiliate link. Once they click that link and they pay for this bootcamp, it's 50,000. So we decided, out of our generous nature, to give you 20,000 naira per bootcamp that you're able to refer and sell to your friends, family, and those on your contact list. So the idea is this: every month we're going to be having a bootcamp. So the bootcamp for this February is February 12th. The bootcamp for March is March 12th. We have another one in April. So it's going to be every month. So once you sign up and become a student, you can keep promoting our product all year round, month after month. So you promote in February for March for March bootcamp, you promote in March for April bootcamp, you promote in April for May bootcamp, you promote in May for June bootcamp. So you keep promoting so you can keep making this 200,000 over and over again. How did we arrive at 200,000? If you refer to one person and they buy, that's 20K. So we feel that at a minimum level, you should be able to promote the course to like 10 people. So if you promote it to like 10 people every month for the next bootcamp that is coming, then you can have access to 20,000 per person that pays times 10. And how do you get paid? We have an affiliate marketing system with Seller. Seller is a platform like Paystack, and then we'll give you a referral link. When you get that referral link, you'll be able to, you'll get an email from Seller where you can activate your affiliate account with us. Once you do that, you also attach your local bank account, your GTB, your Access, or whatever, to that affiliate account that we create for you on Seller. So when you give this link to anybody and the person clicks it and buys, what happens is that automatically you don't have to come to us. You don't have to say, "Oh, God, pay me my money." No. As soon as they click that link and pay, Seller will just split the money. 30,000 goes to FQ, 20,000 comes to your affiliate dashboard. And you can be seeing it. In fact, immediately you make your first 20K, you will receive an email alert telling you that you've just made your first 20,000 as an affiliate for FQ 10X Bootcamp program. So just imagine that. You post what we are. You're not even being creative to create your content. Me, I have created the content that you just copy and post to your audience. Then you just sleep and wake up and you receive an email from Seller that you've made your first 20,000. We are not doing this because we are foolish. We're doing this because we want to democratize earning in Upwork. We know that we cannot reach your audience. The people you know, we don't know them. So instead of carrying that money and giving it to Facebook ads to do our advertisements, we had a meeting and decided that why not give it back to our students? The money we're supposed to pay Facebook, let's pay it to our students. Let them go to their contacts and recommend this product. And if somebody buys, they earn 20,000 and they're happy. There are many ways to earn. If you are not earning on Fiverr, you're not earning on Upwork, you can earn as an affiliate. And 20,000 for one product, for just selling one product, is not a joke, right? So this is a school with a difference. It's a school where you start earning immediately. It's not a school where you just get certificates. At the affiliate marketing school, you learn and earn up to 200,000 per month, recommending 10X Bootcamp to your contact list. So that's not all in this bootcamp. What do you get again? 10K complete Fiverr course. This is also a new course. And we started this course too because of Coach Kingsley that we met sometimes in November. So we brought him in and said, okay, I cannot come and say I'm a Fiverr coach because I was only on Fiverr for 3 months. I earned about $1,500 in that trim. I think $500 per month average. So, but I cannot compare $1,500 with someone that's earned $37,000. So what I am on Upwork is what Kingsley is on Fiverr. So I'm like, why not have the best of both worlds? The two most popular freelance platforms right now is Fiverr and Upwork. If I was able to make success on Upwork and Kingsley made success on Fiverr, why not us combine forces and ensure that every student who signs up for our bootcamp gets both the best of both worlds, so to speak. So you can monetize on Fiverr through the help of Coach Kingsley, and you can monetize on Upwork through the help of Coach Richmond. That's yours truly. So we will help you set up your freelance business like a pro on Fiverr with success hacks from Coach Kingsley. That's not all. We will also sign you up to our freelance school. So what's going to happen at the freelance school? We'll set up your freelance business like a pro on Upwork with success hacks from myself, Coach Richmond. That's not all. We now have a long list of bonuses for you. Now, if you buy this, if you purchase or you sign up for this bootcamp for 50,000, apart from all these things you're going to get, apart from the fact that through the affiliate marketing school alone, you can even earn back your money. We are going to give you 5 gig data. We're going to, because to attend our bootcamp is entirely online. We know you're going to burn data. So we will contribute 5 gig data on any network for the first 20 people to sign up. And the interesting thing is this: why you are in luck or why you are fortunate is that today is the first day we are introducing this product to anybody. This is the first time we are coming online live to introduce this bootcamp. Last year, we weren't doing a bootcamp, we're doing just a course. It was just a course we're doing. But this year, we decided to go further. bigger, better, and Kuku call it a bootcamp, a rigorous online business training. You finish and you're not earning, man, village people. So we'll contribute 5 gig data on any network for the first 20 people to sign up. Now, this is just the beginning stage where you are advantaged to be in this meeting. Next weekend, we have a webinar on Friday. We have another webinar on Saturday, and the people coming there. they are, in fact, I won't be surprised if we have up to 500 people in our room next week, because we are working with an influencer that is bringing in a lot of people. So this is just like our starter webinar. We are rehearsing for next Friday and Saturday. So you can jump in early now as you have the opportunity. So we contribute 5 gig data on any network. So whether you're using Glow or Etisalat or whatever it is you're using, we'll give you 5 gig data if you're among the first 20 people to sign up. If you wait till Saturday, I'm not sure if you'll be among the first 20, because I tell you, by the time those guys come on Friday and on Saturday, we have a webinar Friday, we have another webinar Saturday. I don't think this offer will still be on, but let's see how it goes. So bonus 2 is that we'll also give you Grammarly Premium access for copy. This CWS is a code for copywriting school. Now, for those who don't know what Grammarly Premium is, Grammarly is a tool online that helps you edit stuff. So if I'm typing on Google Docs or Microsoft Word, if I write W-H-E-R-E instead of W-E-R-E, it will correct me to put a line and tell me what to put there. So with Grammarly alone, you can start an editing stroke proofreading business on Fiverr or Upwork alone, because the work you're supposed to do, Grammarly will do it for you. But people struggle with Grammarly because usually they only have access to the free plan. So I was able to work with we really worked hard for this bootcamp. I had to research and find a vendor who was willing to give Grammarly Premium access to 20 of our students for this year's for February's bootcamp. So maybe if we do 20 every month, so 20. So if you are in the first 20 to sign up for this bootcamp as well, you will have access to Grammarly Premium access. Grammarly Premium is not even just for editing and proofreading alone. It's also for plagiarism. So in the copywriting school, if you're a copywriter, you know that you cannot copy stuff or content online for your clients. They have their own plagiarism checker that they will use to check if you copy this content. Maybe they told you to write a blog post. You wrote a very fantastic blog post, but they're like, hi, is it this guy that wrote this thing? Maybe he copied it from somewhere. They just place it in their plagiarism checker, and they can find out the site where you went to copy and paste. So, and it's a serious offense. If on Upwork you copy and paste content, the client will report you to Upwork. Upwork can even suspend your account. Okay, they can even, kind of like suspend your account when you do that. So that's for Grammarly Premium. And with this, Grammarly Premium comes with a plagiarism checker. So when you're finished writing your content, before you submit it to your client, you can use this Grammarly Premium access we are giving you to check to make sure that at least, even if it's plagiarized, maybe it's just 10%, 20%, nothing high like 80% plagiarized. So that's what you also get in addition to bonus 1. You get Grammarly Premium access, and that's not all. We now give you Canva Pro. We now give you Canva Pro access. Canva Pro access, for those who know Canva, I told you Canva is what you're going to be using it's like a cheat sheet for design. You're not a pro designer, but with Canva will make you look like a pro. Now, most people have access to the Canva free version. So we have also partnered with the vendor that will give the first 20 people to sign up access to Canva Pro. With Canva Pro, unlimited number of templates. And then if you're looking for pictures, like maybe you're doing a blog post, you need an image that you can use, if you go to Google Images, the images there are poor, like they're not quality pictures, right? So if you use it for a client, you can get like, what's this? If they expand it, it just gets blurred. But you're going to be getting HD quality images in their millions if you are signed up on Canva Pro. So I use Canva Pro, and my team uses Canva Pro. Now I want to give you access. So you will need Canva Pro in the design school. So you'll be able to use Canva when your other design mates are using Canva free. Because you're in this bootcamp, you'll be using Canva Pro to design. For those who know, I don't want to overemphasize, but I know that for those who know what Canva Pro access is, I think you have to pay up to 12,000 or is it 20,000 per month for it? And we're going to give you free for just the fact that you're part of this bootcamp. Now, and it doesn't end there. So we are going to be doing a competition at the end, for all the students that sign up for the February bootcamp. So the best graduating student is going to get a brand new laptop. Because we know that one of the tools that you need to be a successful freelancer is a laptop. That's something we have partnered, with a vendor who, we are paying to give us a brand new HP laptop that is going to, so the best graduating students of this bootcamp, is going to be going home with a brand new HP laptop. The second best graduating student of this bootcamp that we're starting in February is going to be going home with a 1.5 kVA generating set, because we know that you need alternate power supply. And then the third best student is going to go home with 3 months data, any network. So whether you're using Glow or Etisalat or MTN or whatever, we have a vendor who will just transfer 3 months data. So for the next 90 days, you don't have that data issues. We're going to do that for you also if you are among those who sign up to this bootcamp, first 20. And then bonus 5 is access to our, this is something that it took me a lot to create. Access to our high premium 30 days, get your first gig challenge on Upwork. After this 6 weeks bootcamp, you will know a lot to start monetizing on Upwork. But I'm not leaving anything to chance. So I decided that, you know what? I sat down and I thought critically, all my life as a freelancer on Upwork, what are the strategies that help me to earn? I thought about it. Even my students that are earning, what are the strategies? I combined all the strategies I know, the ones I've researched online, the ones from my students that I hear them talk about on the Telegram group dedicated to them. And I found out that there are 30 of them. So every day in this 30 days challenge, I'll drop one tip. You apply it. If you don't make money with it, just wait for the second tip, 30. By the time you apply 30, and it's a challenge that will go over a 30-day period. And that happens immediately after your bootcamp. So after your 6 weeks bootcamp, there's now a 30 days. In fact, you're not resting. 6 weeks, as you are saying, I've graduated. We take you on a 30 days journey so that as you are still hot, you can apply this one tip a day, and there's no how you can finish these 30 days if you're consistent and you do the work, that you won't start earning on Upwork. So we are that deliberate and intentional at FQ, because why we are doing this, in case you're wondering, is because your result is our advertisement. When you start earning, some of you saw the screenshots of our students earning. Someone's mic is on, please can you mute? So you saw the screenshot of our students earning. You saw how they are making money left, right, and center. There's no day that we don't hear of someone, I just got, in fact, today's topic was a lady that was saying she just got that her repeat client came. The issue we're solving today at the alumni group. Her repeat client came. I wanted to give her a similar job that he gave her some maybe weeks back, and that she wants to charge higher. She doesn't want to charge the same amount she collected the last time. So she was now asking the alumni, how should she present it so that it doesn't look like she's being greedy or something. And we're advising her. So just today, somebody was imagine she wasn't earning before. She came to this, and it wasn't even a boot camp. Last year was just a course. So she came, she started earning. She's at the point now where she wants to start negotiating how much she wants to earn. That's the massive powerhouse that we have at the alumni right now. So these 30 days, get your first gig challenge will put you on a pedestal that will ensure that before you finish the 30 days challenge, you should be earning, right? And then bonus 6 is access Upwork proposal templates video made by star students above. So we have a star student. This guy joined us in Coca's, Coca introduced himself as cohort 3. He joined us in Coca's set. And this guy, he came in, and his first gig, the first job he got on Upwork was $500. And within October and December, this guy clocked $2,000. That's $1 million. In 2 months, he clocked $1 million. I couldn't believe it. I said, Xavier, how much you pay for this bootcamp? Then we're offering it at 30,000, not 50,000, because it was just a cost, and we didn't have design school, affiliate marketing school, all this super stuff we have now. So I said, you pay 30,000, and you have hit 1 million in just 2 months. And so students in his colleagues started saying, I cut so for me. So he was now saying, there's a secret source. So there's a proposal, because we have a proposal template that works. But he went extra mile. He took that proposal template. he researched it. He now created something out of the proposal template we put down that was now far better than the initial template. So I just called him and said, hey, Savior, you know I'm your coach, right? And I can command you. So please, you need to teach the students what you know. If I didn't give you the initial proposal, you won't have been able to improve it. So, oh yeah, this improved version, you will share it. There's enough space in the sky for every bird to fly. So don't feel that maybe if you share your secret, people will earn, you will not start earning again. So thank God he was very understanding, and he took them through a 2-hour masterclass. Imagine a student before graduating, and he did it before he graduated. Okay, after he did this, I think it was already at $1,000 before he graduated, but I think he graduated in November. By December, this guy was in $1 million, $2,000. So, so I told him, I said, please take them on a masterclass. So this student became a coach before he graduated. He taught other students. In fact, there was nobody that didn't attend that webinar. Even Coca attended. And then after the class, he really poured himself, because I breezed in. I was busy that day, but I just breezed in for like 20 minutes to see what he's doing. This guy poured himself into the whatever. What was supposed to be 30 minutes, show us your templates, your proposal template, became a 2-hour session where I was teaching them about mindset, teaching them about so many crazy stuff. I'm like, this guy. And we recorded that session. We took permission from him. That masterclass is available for everyone here who takes this offer. So you see. Bonus 7 is where you're going to enjoy a 90-day post bootcamp expert support. So it means that after your 6 weeks bootcamp, you will go through a 30 days get your first big challenge. After that 30 days, you still have access to 90 days post bootcamp support. What it means is that after your 6 weeks and even the 30 days on top of the 6 weeks, if you have any question, any challenge whatsoever, immediately you finish as a graduate, we take you straight to the alumni group. On the alumni group, even before your question reaches me, you have some badass guys like Xavier Bob and Coca and so many other people that will already answer your questions. Even sometimes I wake up and see questions that 5 students have already answered before it gets to me. So that's the kind of community we are creating. We're not just saying come to the bootcamp and then we throw you away after we give you a certificate. Actually, we want you to remain, because you might just find out something. And I don't pride myself as the only coach that knows everything. And I'm sure Kinsley does not pride himself as the only coach on Fiverr that knows everything. So we are keeping a close-knit community of students and share whatever it is they are learning, so that we can all grow together and succeed together. So, yeah, still going to ask question, any challenge you have, and we'll be able to sort you out. So, what does this bootcamp entail? Number 1 is new, which is an amazing thing. So 100% online class. Number 2, it is cohort with other like-minded freelance students. Like whatever challenge you are having, you can get help from even your with fellow students. Some of the students who graduated from our course last year learned with other students. They were able to network. In fact, there was a time Xavier came and said, and imagine a student started recruiting students to help him work on some of the work that he had that was too much for him to handle. Okay, one of the things I failed to mention was, after he taught them that 2-hour webinar, 20 students from his cohort called 3 started getting gigs. They were struggling before. After they went through that 2-hour after he went through that 2-hour session, I think about 20 of his colleagues started earning. So that's when we knew that this thing we must can go through it so that they can speed up the process with which they learned. Your Upwork account can get suspended. So we have tips that can help you keep these accounts from being banned or suspended. In fact, we pride ourselves that if you drop a question on our primary platform for engagement is Telegram. So if you drop a question on Telegram, within 5 minutes, one of my team members will have gotten to it and either keep coming back with solution. Maybe if they need to reach out to the higher ups, people like me, and maybe that shows that you came through this school. You can use it on your portfolio, on Upwork, and anywhere. Now, everything we have talked about so far from start to beginning is just for 50,000. It was 75,000. We crashed it to 50,000. So see all you will learn with 50K. So when we tell you that the easiest, smartest business you can start with 50,000, women business. So with just 50,000, this is all you're going to get. You'll be with us for a long time to come, and you will monetize and make much more than the amount you paid us in no time. So at this point, we want to see if anybody is going to take the offer. So if you're interested in taking the offer, all I just want you to do is just say, I am interested. So if you're interested, you get all the bonuses here from 1 to 7. So can we know in the comment section quickly before I move on to the next thing, if you're interested? So Israel Dowu says he's interested. Thank you, Israel. So any other person that is interested, so 19 to go. We have 19 to go. I'm sure by next weekend it will all be taken up. So Israel is interested. Any other person? Any other person interested in taking a chance on this opportunity tonight? Let me take a water break while I'm waiting for you to say you're interested. So Folu Oyedeji says he's interested. That's 18 to go. I'm even surprised. There's more. Charles Elihu is interested, 17 to go. Let me take a water break. So keep coming. Let's hear you. Okay. Who else is interested? This is a once in a lifetime opportunity that I tell you, you might come with 150,000 in the near future and be like, oh, I had a 50K opportunity I missed. We are with you all the way. So think about it. Okay, Yemi says, I don't know whether Yemi is male or female. Yemi is interested. So 16 to go, guys. Let me take my water. 16 to go. Okay, so while we are still waiting for others to make up their minds, 16 to go. What I want you to do is this. Susan or Biodun or Coca, please drop the link. There's a link for them to pay. So just drop the link right now so that they can, because just being interested is not enough for me to pay. Yeah, so you've seen the link. This link, once you click it, it will bring you right here. Once you click buy now, you can use your card to pay. You can use your card to pay. So let me just get one more person who is interested and I'll move on to the next thing. Who is going to be the last person who is, I don't have time to, we have some other things to still quickly cover. Who is the last person who is interested? And please, Coca and the likes, just take note of those who are saying they're interested so we can reach out. Who is the last person who is going to take this offer in this meeting? So that I can move on. Last person? Last, going? Who is that bold person who is going to go out of their way to get these resources to be in this once in a lifetime bootcamp? You see, this is just a room of 18 people. Okay, my team is 4 here, so maybe it's just a room of 12 people, and you see 4 people already interested. So imagine what will happen next weekend when we open this up to the massive people coming next weekend. Who is the last person who is going to say they're interested so that we can close this part of our engagement and move on? Remember, we're going to take all your questions at the end of this segment, and we are almost done, by the way. Okay, so while you are still making up your mind, so this is the link. Just click this link and make this payment. Until you make the payment, you still don't qualify for all these bonuses, so you must make sure that you do it. So drop the link here. Guys, drop the link here. Drop the link also on the Telegram group so that those who couldn't attend, when they see this, and we're going to record this video. So, and when your colleagues, the over 200 people come and they see this, maybe they were busy, they couldn't attend for one reason or that, they're still going to take up. Once 20 is filled up, it's filled up. So you that attended live, by the time it goes back to those who didn't attend, who now watch the replay, and then they sign up, that's it, guys. So this is the link you're going to use. If you're having challenges with this link for whatever reason, you can just reach out on Telegram or in the comment section, and they will provide you our GT Bank account for you to pay into the corporate account as well. So while that is going on, let me talk about the second thing that we have on offer for you. So okay, it's still coming up. Oh boy, this is not what I wanted to see. Okay, let me just open it up. Okay, so we've just talked about the what's it called now? We've talked about the 6 weeks bootcamp. So I and my team, we sat down and we thought very well that some people might be super interested in this program, and at this point they cannot afford 50,000 naira. So for one reason or the other, we know the economy is hard. We know you have other bills. We know you have other stuff to do. So of course, the best way to engage with this bootcamp is for you to pay for the 6 weeks version. But I mean, if there's best, then there has to be second best, right? So that you don't lose out totally, so that you are in the game, because the key thing is to be in the game, to be in this class, to benefit. So we created a second version of this bootcamp, and we call it 10x your freelance business 6-month subscription. So if you are not able to meet up the one-time payment, so we have a second version, and this second version is, instead of paying 50,000 for the 6 weeks, you pay 10,000 every month for the next 6 months. So they say at all 9 baht. So you might not be able to complete the course in 6 weeks, but you can complete it in 6 months. So if by June you are done completing everything we promised you here, it's still good. By June, which is half the year, you already have everything that you need, instead of just going back with nothing, and you came for this program and then it was just a waste. So we've created the subscription method. So seller will charge your card every month 10,000 naira, and we'll give you the different schools at different points. So let's just take a quick rundown of what you get if you pay 10,000 per month, starting immediately. So the 6 months version is, in month 1, the school you're going to have access to is the affiliate marketing school. And the reason we chose affiliate marketing school as the first school for you to engage is because we want to quickly sign you up to that affiliate school, so that you can quickly recommend the 50K version of the bootcamp to your friends, family, and colleagues and contact list, so that if you just sell, you've paid 10,000. So if you just sell 2 courses, if you just introduce 2 people to buy the course, when I mean introduce, it's like, your contact list will give you contents to be sending, and at the point you will drop your affiliate link for them to buy. If they buy the product, for this same bootcamp, you get 20,000 per payment, as I already explained, per sale, as I already explained. So if you're able to introduce this bootcamp to just 2 people, you make 40K. If you add 40K to the 10K you've already given us, you've made it 50K. So what we are imagining is that you can start with 10,000. We immediately put you in this affiliate marketing school. You go through the process and be able to raise your 40K from this school, and you can upgrade. What I'm trying to say in essence is that you can start with 10,000. As soon as you raise your extra 40K, we'll upgrade you to either the current bootcamp, if they're not far gone, or the next bootcamp. And the good news for you is that the bootcamp is every month. So even if you miss February, you can pay 10,000 to join in February and plan yourself in that month. When we are promoting March bootcamp, you can sell it, you can promote to your own audience, and even be able to make your 200,000. And from there, you can easily upgrade. So you don't have to, if you sign up for 10,000, you don't have to wait till June before you can join the main bootcamp. Actually, in February, you can raise the 50K either from this school or through any other means, and still be able to join either the February set or the March set. So that's what we're creating. So in month 2, you'll be able to take the Fiverr course. In month 3, you'll be able to go through our corporate. You see how we've strategically, so every month you are gaining massive value. Affiliate marketing school in month 1, Fiverr, you'll be able to set up on Fiverr, monetize on Fiverr with Coach Kisley in month 2. Month 3, you'll be able to learn copywriting. Month 4, you'll be able to set up fully on Upwork. Month 5, you'll be able to go through our 30 days get your first gig challenge, like I explained in the main bootcamp. And month 6, you'll be able to go through the design school and you will still get your certificate of completion. So what we have done is that the benefits, what you're supposed to get in 6 weeks, you just get it in 6 months, paying 10,000 naira every month. But at any time you can raise your 50K before the 6 months, we upgrade you to the boot camp for that month. So if it is March, you join the March boot camp. If it is April, you join the April boot camp. If it is May, so, but if you want to go gradually at your 10K per month, it will take you to June before you can finish the whole course. But you don't have to wait. You're actually engaging right away, right? And that's just exactly how it is. Anyways, so let's go. Who is taking this offer? Who is going to take this 10K offer? So please, if you're interested in this 10,000 per month offer, I want you to start typing I'm interested. So that you don't totally lose out, you can join and then work out your salvation to quickly raise the remaining 40K. And we promise to upgrade you to whatever set you are, whether February set, March set, April. You don't have to wait to join. If you're interested, can you type interested? If you couldn't afford 50K and you can afford 10K, I think you should jump in. What's 10,000 for the value you're going to get? So anyone interested in this subscription, subscription-based part of the bootcamp? Anyone? If you're interested, just type I am interested. Thank you. Joseph is interested. Please take note, guys. And please drop the link. Susan, whoever is there, drop the link for the weekly offer. I say weekly. Drop the link for the monthly offer. So every month you get something. Every month you are getting something out of a school. It's better than waiting forever and December comes and you don't have anything to show for it. So with 10,000, you are going through one school a month. One school a month. If you can raise the whole money at any month, you join the main whatever. I think we've tried. So Promise is interested. I am interested. Please just use that link. Make sure you make the payment. As soon as you pay for this, I already saw Charles in cohort 5. So we've created a Telegram group. The minute you pay through these links, you get signed up immediately to Telegram. We're going to be addressing everybody tomorrow. So, and then we start talking about how you can get started, show you your calendar. Say timetable now. Show you your timetable and all that. So, yes, I'm sure there are more people in this room who can afford 10,000. Come on. Susan, I said Susan. So we have the second person who is interested now. Can we have another person show interest and make sure that you're paying for this now? Who else is interested in this 10K offer? Who else? Okay, so you can still use the link anytime. The link will be available on the Telegram group in case you've joined and stuff like that. So thank you so much. From just okay, yes, don't worry. Even if you are new, that's why you have us. You have Coach Kingsley, you have Coach Richmond, you have Coca. All of us here, we are anyone. So there's nothing you want to know that we won't tell you. So in fact, trying something new in a new year is a great thing to do. When you say my details, I don't understand what you mean by my details. Joseph, can you explain what you mean by my details? So what do you mean? I'm looking at the chat box now. Just type it. Coca, I can't hear you. Your network today is your network used to be the best network. I don't know what village people did to your network this night. Susan, can you help Coca out? It's break. What's he trying to? Huh? Coca, can you try again? Yeah, try to say something. Yeah. It's still breaking. Still breaking. Can you type? Okay, so whoever is still interested, please type I am interested, and then you can use the link and make payments, and then we'll take it from there. Who else? Who else? Who else? So we're rounding up. I am the one engaging the interested. Okay, sorry about that. But I saw somebody saying Joseph Victor is saying my details. So I didn't understand that. So just use the link to make payment. You can also drop the okay, that's why Joseph was responding. Oh, sorry about that. So okay, great. So any more person interested, if you're having problem with the link, just signify, and then we'll drop the account number. But I think it's better you pay through the link because the link will just take you automatically to our paid Telegram group instead of, okay, how do I start as a beginner? Yeah, not a problem. That is where, like I said, we are here. We'll take you one step to climb the ladder to the top. So just make use of the link, make the payment. You'll not be alone. You'll be joining a lot of students. Freelancing is the solution to Africa's unemployment problem. And we don't want to japa. We want to stay here and be the go-to platform to help people monetize on Fiverr, on Upwork, on LinkedIn, on Twitter, everywhere, so that we can have a better Nigeria without having to be slaves abroad. This Japa something is really making Nigeria look like we're already in a bad light, but we're in a worse light now because we are like, your country is so bad, you want to just come to some people are even seeking asylum in Canada. When you want to seek asylum, you have to come in as a refugee. You have to tell the Canadian government that something terrible is happening to you in your country, and that's why you're coming. And a particular Nigerian went to Canada and he's saying that he's gay, and Nigeria is not a gay country, so they are terrorizing him. There's 7 or 17 years for anyone caught, doing gay stuff. So he wants to seek asylum. He wants to seek asylum in Canada. So they now told him. Then I said, okay, it's good that he wants to seek asylum in Canada, but come. Shebi, if you go to Benin Republic, there's no gay law in Benin Republic, or there's no gay in Ghana, those ones that are against you. So why don't you look for a neighboring African country where you can get protection? Why do you have to come all the way to Canada? So you see the level of degradation we're putting ourselves to. Okay, guys, so I think we have come to the end of today's session. I need to release you guys to go and rest. My team also has to rest. I also have to rest. So thank you so much for your time. We'll continue to take care. Hey, Susan, please, can you scroll and take note of everybody who said they were interested? Can you write their names down? Something like that, so that we can check on them.
Already done that, sir.
Oh, great. So thank you very much. I know a lot of people are going to watch this as a replay. When I mean like a replay of, excuse me, they're going to watch this as a replay, maybe from tomorrow. The replay will be ready tomorrow. So they're going to be watching. Many of you are going to be watching this as a replay. So if you are listening to me right now, watching this as a replay after today, first of all, I want to say you missed a lot by not being live, but thank God for technology. You can watch this program again. So if you've watched to this point, the opportunities are before you. You pay weekly, no, not weekly. You pay in full 50K for the program starting February 12th, or you pay monthly, and then by February you go through a school a month for the next 6 months, and you can actually pay the 10,000 for 1 month, and if you can raise the other 40,000 within that month, you can actually top up with 40K and complete the boot camp with your mates. Whatever it is, just make sure that you don't sit on this opportunity. Give it your best shot. Prepare for this year. You've done your New Year resolutions. It's time to prepare. We are here. The whole team is ready. The alumni team themselves, they are all coaches now because a lot of them are earning. We are all here to root for you, to give you all the support that you need to succeed, and we are not going anywhere. We want to become the #1 freelance academy in Africa by the year 2025. Thank you so much. It's been a wonderful process. Thank you for watching to the end. Good night and God bless. Bye for now.